Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate it. It's your boy Rockaflocka here, and we are going to be looking at some pretty funny memes today. If you got a chuckle, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe, and try not to laugh. Let's go. People are not gonna spend money to watch shit movies. Every studio this year. Oh no, that's scary. You know, I went and saw the Indiana Jones movie with my girlfriend recently, and I gotta say it was all right. It tied the series off pretty decently, but it's just kind of you know. It's a movie I'd go to watch once and then never really consider watching it again unless it was on like a streaming service, you know. Nothing too spectacular. When Donkey shows Shrek his kids, "'Twas I who effed the dragon." And to this I say, all bard mains, cry out and rejoice. For anybody who plays D&D, you know what I'm talking about. When someone tries to talk to me after I've clocked out. For me, it's more like after somebody tries to talk to me after 3 p.m. Then I'm just like, nope, no thank you. Please go away. I'm just mentally checked out. I just don't want to, you know, if the thing that I hate the most is like that period between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock where you're just sitting there and you're just like, I don't want to start another project. It's gonna take 3 hours and I don't want to stay past 5, and you know, I'm just gonna sit and watch YouTube or look at memes, which is, you know, definitely not what I do at work. No, never. When your dad helps you with the homework. Yes, for all of you who had a father, I am sure that this is very relatable. For all the OnlyFans hoes out here who are like, what is this? I don't know what this is. This doesn't make sense to me. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, either you're not good at math or this happened to you. When you take the autistic kid's fidget spinner. I really don't got anything to say about this one. YouTube, please just ignore this one. This one didn't show up, okay? The John Deere AR-15 uses proprietary fasteners, and if it detects you have a jam, you gotta try to clear it yourself. It sues you. I mean, it's really a wet dream for liberals, if we're being honest here. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It reminds me a lot of the Chick-fil-A AR, but you could pick several other brands that would go a lot harder than frickin' John Deere on AR. Let me tell you what. The $330 Palmetto State Armory AR-15. God bless you for loving us broke-ass bitches. Okay, Palmetto State Armory, we love you. Thank you for not being HK and just bending us over the table and go, you know. Just and people who I honestly, at this point, I would love to buy this rifle. I just, you know, I have other guns. I would love to buy it just for the meme. But I don't want to take them for the people that actually need them. Like, I have a couple good rifles that I like, and there's no shame in buying something like this. It's honestly better to have a rifle than no rifle at all. So, I mean, you could just ask any Russian vet. Oh wait, no. If I had a nickel for every time Smith & Wesson copied Kel-Tec, I'd have 3 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened 3 times. Well, I'm just gonna say it. Kel-Tec, if you haven't figured this out by now, and you're living under a rock, is like the Joey Diaz of the firearms industry, okay? Everyone is honestly surprised they've made it as far as they did. I honestly don't know anybody that really owns a Kel-Tec. And I'm just kind of like, how are you guys making money? Like, I don't think correct me if I'm wrong, comment section, but I don't think that they have any government contracts that I know of. So if they're just like an all direct like a consumer firearms company. It's just like, who is buying your stuff? I mean, this kind of brings me to my next meme. Elmo has a great idea for a gun. Kel-Tec KSG 25 pump shotgun, 12 gauge, 38.5 inch barrel, 3-inch chamber, 24 rounds. You see, this kind of gun goes hard. But what practical application does this thing have? There's none. Using an ultra-reliable weapon for trading. Using a POS weapon that jams a lot to get really good at clearing jams. You see, this kind of meme really makes me uncomfy. I just need to say that. Not the actual meme itself. The school of logic here is fine. Totally fine. It's just the fact that it's young Brandon, okay? Also, is it just me or did anybody else notice that his rollie kind of just up and poofed and magically disappeared for the shitty, like, smartwatch? It could be an expensive one. Why do you need a smartwatch? You had the cream of the crop, dude. There's no reason to make that switch. But I mean, you do you, boo, I guess. I don't know. My Gucci garbage rod preparing to get its resale value plowed into the dirt by multiple rusty rattle cans. Okay, first of all, hot take. I think AKs are just superior to ARs, first and foremost. I'm thinking of, like, again, going back to that meme where it's like, oh yeah, practicing with a gun that jams regularly to get really good at it. Well, AKs really have a hard time jamming, and when they do, you can just kind of beat the shit out of them and get them, back to working order. Kalashnikov was not an idiot, There's a reason that this is a weapon of choice for many third world countries. Just for the money that you pay for this thing, you're fine. And it sucks because nowadays, I mean, you could probably 10 years ago get an AK for like $300 and it'd be, like some piece of crap stamped AK, but it was an AK and it was freaking reliable. Now it's like you're paying at least $1,000 minimum, and it really hurts my heart because I really like AKs. POV, you're a Trump edition Glock sitting behind the Cabela's glass case. I need it. Yep, enough said about that one. But seriously, just remember, Nancy Pelosi looked absolutely banging back when she was first in office, and now look at her. Adrenochrome really does a number on me. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know if you guys have been seeing these ads right here, but this is some top tier marketing. Okay, 69-degree wedge. I personally like to golf. This is funny to me. And I checked it out. It's like $100 for a wedge. But just imagine golfing with some boomers and they're just like, "What wedge you use there, brother? It was a nice shot." I'm like, I used my 69. And they're just gonna look at you like, "What the fucking this goddamn freaking Gen Zers ruining yeah, it's good. It's a decent club, it's a cool company, great logo there, dude. Love it. Now we've reached the point in the video that I like to call rules for thee and not for me. So here's our first one. Crack houses these days are so much more fancy than the ones in the 90s. Just remember, kids, it's not a crack house, it's a crack home. New study finds that climate change could be causing traceless bags of cocaine to randomly appear in highly secure buildings. Ah yes, the good old 95% of scientists agree philosophy, and not a tweaked up hunter on the loose. Yeah, makes sense to me. This is my paint, these are my brushes, and this is my canvas. You see, I can relate to this one. You see, my family is really, they're just full of wonderful artists. My art, in particular, just happens to be full of shit. Injustice. How the sex offender registry destroys LGBTQ rights. Huh. What an odd thing to say. Yeah, you're right, Bart. That's a pretty odd thing to say. I mean, it's almost like they want you to normalize it. Just saying. It's a little suspicious. Mike Tyson bites. Good God. I bet he like called his agent and he's just like, yo man, I need something different for my edibles. I need something different from edibles. And the dude is just like, okay, let me pitch some stuff. And then he came back and he was just like, okay, I have like the mushroom that's an edible. That's shit, you know, it's still marijuana. It's shaped like a mushroom. He's just like, nah, man. It's like, I want something more familiar. And the dude comes back and he's probably like, okay, all right. How about the ear of the dude that you bit off in the middle of the match? It's like, yes, that is what I want. That is what I need. Yeah, and I'm sure, I've never seen this in a store before, but I'm sure some people have bought it just for the meme. I wonder if it tastes like ass, though. Not gonna lie. Now we get to the part of the video called Women Posting Their L's. And depending on how many memes I find, we might do this every time I make a video, because I think it's just funny. So here's the first one. OnlyFans, not effing funny. I didn't know my stepbrother subscribed, and he's about to tell my mom and dad. I'm about to live on the streets. Please no. Well, first of all, ladies, don't post your nudes online. Second of all, there's a high probability that someone in your family is gonna perv on you. And when you post that stuff, it lowers your social credit. When you get into an argument and tell him to fuck his other bitch, and now you hear him and your mom going at it. Ooh. When he went on Tinder right in front of me, an hour after taking my virginity. You know, when I read this kind of stuff, I just kind of feel bad. It's, you know, it's just like, oh, poor baby. You know, we all had to learn at one point or another. You know, that was school hard knocks, you know. 21 July 1969. The New York Times asked Pablo Picasso what he thinks about humans having land on the moon. Pablo Picasso. It means nothing to me and I have no opinion about it and I don't care. First of all, whoever made this meme, thanks for that big ass circle. I love it. I just could not tell what to read. You know, thanks for making it easy. It's so great. Second, this is the equivalent to saying, the government's mid. And, you know, is he really wrong? Is it really wrong? That's, you know, I start to question it more and more every day. Stormtroopers now deadly accurate after adding pistol braces to all their blasters. Oh yeah, and it increased the caliber, and it targeted only black kids. And it also made Call of Duty gay. Macron warns rioters if they don't calm down, he'll call Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, it's worth receiving, but too soon. When the squad only invites you so they can get low KD lobbies. Well, they don't call me Chakes for nothing. See, the only reason my friends play with me on Smite, it's because my elo is just so low. And when they first started to teach me how to play Smite, they told me to support main. And because of that, my account is permanently scarred, and I will never, ever probably recover from how bad my KD is. It's something like 1,000 deaths and maybe 200 kills. Maybe. So whenever I get into a game with my friends, and everybody's just like, oh, this game's over, this dude's KD and elo is just so fucking low. And I'm just, you know, and then it ends up where I'm just a sleeper and I just absolutely bend them over, you know. Now I'm a solo main and I get to do fun solo things. It's gonna be great. You know, it's great. It's great. It's great. Me laying in bed, can't sleep, whips out phone, fires up porn, starts rubbing one out. Everyone monitoring my sleep study. You know what's wild is that my girlfriend is gonna be a travel nurse here pretty soon. and we were looking at different travel contracts, and we found one that it was 17,000 a week for a position where you work a 12-hour shift and you watch somebody who sleeps. I don't remember what it was called. It was in the middle of nowhere, New York, at this hospital, and it was for 13 weeks. I'm like, dude, I wish I could make that much money in a week. Good Lord. It's just, that's like a mind-boggling amount of money, you know? I don't even, like, I don't think I could probably spend 17K in a week without, like, shitting myself right now. It'd be it'd free. I'd have a mental breakdown. I'd be like, oh my god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, thank you for tuning in and sticking with me this entire time. I appreciate it. Again, if you liked what you saw, if you laughed, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you can see the next video I put out. If you guys have any suggestions for memes, or if you guys want me to react to anything, please go ahead and just mention that in the comments, and I might set up like some kind of Reddit page, or you know, some kind of email that you guys can drop those to, and we can all laugh together. And it might be a situation where I have not seen these memes before, and I'll just go ahead and read them. You know, I'd love to do something like that. That'd be pretty awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. See you on the next one.